So I've written a response. It's long for a text, but not too long for a polo. So for that reason, coupled with hopefully you being able to hear my voice and see my genuine emotion, I am hoping that that makes this a better delivery. But I think this polo will probably be about 10 minutes, but I just wanted to read this response to you. Well, wanted is not really the word, but feel I need to read this response to you. Okay. I want to start this message by saying that the only reason I took so long to send it was because I care so much about our friendship. I love you very much, and this message isn't meant to pick at our friendship, and I certainly don't want this message to burn the bridge between us. But I feel like I can't keep ignoring the patterns that are causing the bridge to erode day by day. Our friendship is too important to me. The weight of this disagreement has weighed on me so much because it doesn't represent a single incident. It's impressing on me a pattern that weighs on me and reduces my capacity in all areas of my life, and it's just so much sometimes. I considered just holding my feelings and moving on, but I don't think I can. I think it's important for me to say what I feel, but it's important to me that you know it's meant to fix our bridge, not burn it. Over your last two texts, there are a few things I just can't move forward from without addressing because they were so hurtful and, in my opinion, unfair to me. Number one, the term bill of disappointment feels like gaslighting to me. Turning a legitimate, reasonable disappointment due to last-minute day-of changed plans with my son into me being the offender by sending you a bill of disappointment. Number two, your initial response when I expressed my disappointment about forgotten and day of changed plans. FaceTimes are nice, but there's still an unexpected change that doesn't work well with a 4-year-old and, in my opinion, doesn't negate the cancellation. Number three, asking me to hold my tongue with my own emotions while you center and express your own, then requesting we just move on before letting me unburden myself. And last, number four, framing your reasons for canceling as unexpected health conditions feels unfair. And this is important to me because in the instance of a genuine health condition, the response and emotions I feel are very different. At the risk of a crazy long response, these are some big things to say, and I feel like I need to qualify them with some specifics. Number one, the term bill of disagreement. I can't even begin to express how this made me feel. You often tell me how Mario gaslights you. This might really upset you, but the very essence of gaslighting is taking something someone has expressed upset or disappointment about that they are perfectly within their rights to feel because they were the wronged party. You forgetting our plans to come visit with me in Gray and therefore changing the plans last minute. Then turning it around and blaming them for the issue it has caused between the two of you. Telling me that it is hard on you to receive a bill of disappointment and making me feel I am the issue here. There are many times in the course of our friendship where there have been last-minute cancellations or changes. I admit that I have had cancellations and requested change plans as well, but to my recollection, rarely are they day of changes. Usually I make sure I tell you sooner so you can plan accordingly, and in the grand scheme of things, I feel I don't have the same pattern that you have. I need to remind you of a conversation we had a few years ago where you didn't understand why I felt I needed to take on the larger weight of the friendship maintenance, and I often swallowed my feelings to prevent putting too much on you. You were just shocked and didn't understand how that could have happened, and told me you wanted me to treat you like any other friend. It is unfair of you as a friend to tell me to hold my feelings while you're allowed to express your own, because you don't have the capacity for mine. And requests like this are exactly how that previous pattern began. Number 2, your initial response felt a bit like a non-apology. There were "I'm sorries" and "yes, that sucks" sprinkled in, but there was also a lot of reasons I should not be allowed to feel my legitimate feelings. I can't tell you how far a simple "I'm so sorry" and that being the whole statement would have gone when you forgot about our plans. Number 3, asking me to hold my tongue with my own emotions while you center and express your own. You asked me to not express my emotions in one of your first responses to me, and that is a heavy weight to carry for anyone. That is unfair because my feelings are just as valid and should not be outweighed by your own. By first asking me to hold my feelings until you had the capacity for them, which I did, and then asking me to just move forward without even giving me a chance to express them, you're asking me to put your feelings at higher importance than my own, and that's an unfair dynamic that just isn't sustainable for me. Number 4, framing your reasons for canceling as unexpected health conditions feels unfair to me because this specific matters when it comes to how a cancellation or last-minute change makes me feel. As a case in point, to the best of my recollection, correct me if I'm wrong, but the visit with Gray was canceled 3 times. First, because your stepdad passed away about a week before the get-together. I never gave you a bill of disappointment for that because who am I to say how you are to process that grief? Second, because I had a 102-degree fever. I know you were prepared to come that time, and I know it stunk that I was sick, but to me this is a true medical situation. And third, because you forgot about our plans due to your situation with Mario. From my perspective, the reason this was most upsetting was because this situation with Mario, though difficult, didn't directly interfere with our plans. I understood you were in the tiny home at this point and had no plans to be moving anything that day. So to my viewpoint, it was purely a case of emotional overwhelm that plans were changed. It was this, coupled with the last-minute changes due to you forgetting entirely, that caused my disappointment, and I feel it was warranted disappointment. In my opinion and recollection, often plans get canceled due to emotional overwhelm. Although I can see the need for grace here, such as when your stepdad passed away and you were struggling to process it, I personally don't consider these medical issues, and this matters to me because of the difference in how a cancellation due to a medical condition and a cancellation for other reasons makes me feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I honestly can't think of a time you were physically ill that I informed you I was disappointed in you canceling plans. If I did, I genuinely apologize, and I will try hard not to do it in the future. Having said these things, and I know it was a lot, another thing that worries me is that I'm not sure how you will be less overwhelmed by a spontaneous friendship, given that you hate last-minute plans probably more than any other plans, or anything else in this world. I also hate last-minute plans, and the few times I've attempted spontaneous plans with you, I have been told no. I love you very much. I'm willing to try to work with your needs because I love you and want you in my life. I can move forward now that I have explained how I feel because it's my sincere belief that if you understood my feelings, you wouldn't want me to feel that way. I hope you can move forward too, having heard them. I hope you still want to call and speak with me or get together with me and my son because I would like nothing better. The only reason for this intense response is because of how much I love you and love our friendship. You can reach out when you have the capacity, but because I have no choice but to live my life on a schedule, I'm unsure if I'll be available. The reason I wanted to plan was to make sure I made the time for what was important to me. I recognize your need though, so please don't be a stranger and reach out, and I'll do my best to try to honor as many requests as I can. I love you, friend.